Hey everyone, welcome to Tent Talk, the Farmers Market podcast. This podcast is all about farmers markets. Whether you're a farmers market manager or a small farmer or food maker selling at farmers markets, you have found just the right podcast.
I'm Kat Fields-White.
And I'm Bridget Myers. We are longtime farmers market managers, educators, and consultants. Get ready to catch up on all things farmers market pros with us. Today, we're chatting about what's on your holiday gift list, both to give and what we hope will be under our trees.
Today's episode of Tent Talk, the Farmers Market podcast, is supported by the National Farmers Market Coalition, giving farmers markets a voice in public policy and strengthening farmers markets for the benefit of farmers, consumers, and neighborhoods. Their legal and anti-racist toolkits help farmers market operators navigate challenges and make our industry stronger and safer for everyone. Find more information about membership and their resources by clicking their logo on the resource page at farmersmarketpros.com.
Well, welcome back to Tent Talk. Today we are chatting about holiday gifts.
Yay!
Yay!
Who doesn't love a gift?
Who doesn't love a gift? Ooh, so excited. Whatever you're celebrating this month, there are probably people you'll be remembering with gifts for Christmas, Hanukkah, on the last day of Kwanzaa on January 1st. Maybe
I just learned that last year, actually, that Kwanzaa is long. It lasts 5 days, 6 days? Okay, now I feel like I said I learned things, but I obviously didn't learn the whole thing. But
Learn
it's
harder
a mini
next
day. Like Hanukkah, it's a mini day holiday.
Yeah.
But they give gifts just on the last day with Kwanzaa.
Oh, fun. And it's on January 1st?
January 1st.
For 2020.
Yeah.
Great.
I think it starts the 26th, so however many days that is.
Oh, I love that.
Yep. So you might be giving gifts to people on your team, like your employees or volunteers.
Yeah.
If you're a farmer, maybe you're also giving a little something to your loyal CSA members. That's a nice way to make them feel special and keep that loyal bond cemented.
Oh, yeah.
If you're market manager, are you gifting your board members? Are you gifting your farmers and vendors? Aside from kids and, of course, your parents.
No hints over here.
Who's on your holiday gift list this year, Bridget?
Oh, my gosh. Well, teachers, of course. So many teachers. And now I have a high schooler again, so he has multiple teachers. It's always nice in elementary school because it's like they're one teacher and then maybe a couple like specials teachers and our wonderful front office folks. But yeah, so lots of holiday gifts for teachers, which is actually kind of fun because teachers are my favorite people in the whole world. So it's nice to like shop for them and get little gifts. But also just like neighbors, relatives, some friends. I don't feel like I do a lot of gift exchanging with friends. I usually get together and we have like little get-togethers, maybe like make a holiday craft or something and just like spend time with each other is more, I feel like it's...
Those are my favorite too, is experiences. And I think we get so busy that sometimes we're gifting just because we don't actually have the time to give people our time and attention, which is a shame, and we should work harder at changing that.
Yes. Yes, for sure. I'm also going to be gifting my board. I'm the PTC president at my kids' school, and so I have a really amazing board of directors that's been just incredible, and so I'm going to get them a little something.
You are?
Probably at our holiday markets, actually. I have something in mind. So,
that's good. So let's talk about gifting board members if you're a farmers market operator.
For sure, yeah. And we sit on a board, too, for our neighborhood. Right. So, although they should be thanking us. Oh, no, this podcast is taking a turn.
Oh, yeah. Are you a board member that's listening in? You should be gifting your farmers market manager.
Yeah.
Give them something special. They work hard for you.
And our board is actually really big, too. So it's also, if you have a small board, maybe there's more gifting possibilities. But what if there's 30 people on your board? Like, what's reasonable for that? So what are some ideas?
So, with a big board like ours, we usually just do something super simple, honey bears and a card or something like that. We, of course, try to make it from the market.
Yep.
If you've got a small board that you expect to be participatory, like other than during peak COVID, when we actually did drag in every warm-bodied human that wasn't sick that could come put on a mask and volunteer. We don't usually have our board at our markets. It's just not something that's expected from them. We operate very large markets, and so we have a fully paid staff. But if you're a market that relies maybe on a single paid manager and a lot of volunteers, and you expect your board to come out and work the info booth at your market and talk to shoppers or help set up barricades, there's some ways to encourage that. So maybe what you want to give them for a gift is market merchandise like T-shirts and hats that remind them to put those on and come volunteer, come chip in. Not to say that gifting should be transactional, but sometimes it can serve as a reminder. Or if your board members aren't much involved with your market in terms of a hands-on kind of basis, it's nice to give your board members a card that maybe has a little bit of market money in there, and that will remind them that they should come out and shop.
Yeah, I love that idea. It's more like, think about kind of the relationship you have with your board. I think for our board, we have a big board. We are we're a self-sufficient market management group, and so we run the market and we tell them how it's going, and they're always very supportive of us and encouraging. They help us when we're having issues with different things in the neighborhood and kind of help connect us to businesses and things like that. But I really do feel like gratitude for them. They're very supportive and wonderful, and they're always, very great with us and easy to work with. And so a market tote bag, or like you said, like a honey bear, and even just a little card that just says, hey, thanks, for being a part of this team that supports the market, and, hope to see you at the market in 2024, whatever. So something that's just like a little reminds them that you have a connection to them and that you feel gratitude for them.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah, it's a good idea. Another kind of gift group where you just really kind of want to express that you are aware that they're part of your success and that they're part of supporting you is neighboring businesses or neighbors, residential neighbors who have supported the market all year, or maybe just not complained about lack of parking or the loud music.
Oh, yeah. Yes. I mean, it's nice. I know we all get really busy, and so it's hard to remember all these people, but maybe just take 20 minutes and sit down and think about your day at the market. Who do you interact with at the market, and who is there supporting you, or who is helping you when you have issues, just neighbors and neighboring businesses. And just a little trinket and a little thank you for them can really go a long way. I know during the holiday season in 2020, I just got 10 little gift bags, little paper bags. I got little honey bears. I think I got a little dried flower thing, and I just wrote a card and I said, thank you so much for coming out and supporting our market during this time. You're always so kind to our staff. When our staff sees you in line waiting to be queued in when we could only let 10 people in or whatever, and you're always just standing on your little 6-foot mark, and you're coming in and shopping quickly and exiting, and just we can tell you're smiling under your mask. That means a lot to us. Thank you so much. And I just handed those out to 10 really key shoppers who had been so wonderful during that time. And I mean, it's almost 2024, and those shoppers still come to the market all the time. And we now have this connection where they give me a wave, hey, how's it going? And it's just all started with that little token of gratitude. Because I think sometimes shoppers feel a little not like they need to be seen by the market manager, but they're oh, I'm just coming here and I'm buying from farmers and vendors. Does the market manager even notice me? So maybe just picking out some customers that have been really great and giving them a little token, I think, can go so far.
That's a really good idea.
Yeah.
I think I remember a couple of those folks tearing up and just being so surprised that we noticed them. Yeah.
She cried so hard.
So sweet.
She wrote a letter back, remember? And she said, thank you for keeping the market open. It's the only place I feel safe to shop. She was an older woman, and she's I live alone, and so I feel very isolated, and I get to come to the market, and even though, we're 6 feet apart, I feel so connected to you. So
yeah.
Oh,
that was really sweet.
Yeah, it was wonderful. And she still comes out.
So just a little card. Maybe you tuck a little bit of market money in there.
Yeah.
Or a little bitty plant.
Yeah.
That's a nice thing. Just to let people know that you see them.
Yeah.
You see how much they're
it doesn't have to be, I mean, if your bags and shirts are a big, cost you $10 or $20, you don't have to give that kind of stuff away. Just even a card. Sure. Even a thank you card or $5 market money card or something. So just, you don't have to go always with a big expense. It's more, it really is the thought that counts.
It really is the thought that counts. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So for employees, whether you're a farmer or a vendor or a market manager, maybe you're giving bonuses, but a bonus, again, is a little bit transactional. It's just something that's sort of expected in business at some level. So adding a little gift, even as you say, it doesn't have to be expensive, but a heartfelt card or just some tiny thing that says, I'm remembering you, I'm aware, I really appreciate you, can make a huge difference.
For sure. I think supporting your staff who supports you all year long is just, it's really important. Don't forget about that.
Right.
I think especially this year, I feel stepping into really the leadership role in the markets, I'm just feeling a whole kind of different and renewed kind of gratitude for the staff and the team that really, I mean, it's just me they're reporting to. So it's this is it. And I just feel I have such a great team. And I know I talk about it all the time, but I'm feeling about the time of holidays, and especially because when you're in a retail job like markets, it's like holidays is not this big like, oh, we get to take a breath and like relax. And oh, here's like a cup of tea because we're all just taking some time off. It's like we're all grinding away right now.
Oh my
like
gosh.
This is the most desperate, exhausting time of the year.
Hyperspeed.
For us, we're so tired, but we're just kind of like frazzle bonded and just like getting through it together. So I think acknowledging that and saying thank you and saying like, yes, they're clocking in, they're getting a paycheck for this, but it's like saying thank you so much for just being cool and calm and collected during this time of a little bit of chaos can really, be nice for them. So whatever your team looks like, if it's volunteers, if it's paid staff, maybe it's just you and one other person. Maybe it's just you. And you know what? You need to buy yourself something nice.
That's right.
And say thank you to yourself.
Say thankful to yourself.
Yeah. But there's lots of ways you can show appreciation. Definitely, cash bonuses, I feel like, are great and everyone loves that.
Yeah, if you've got a budget for that, that's awesome.
Yeah, but maybe even tools to make their job easier.
Headlamps for one and all.
It kind of feels like, is this like giving your wife a vacuum?
Yeah,
like,
I know.
Is this what we're doing? But I think it depends on the relationship you have with your staff. But I think like, yeah, a nice headlamp, like a nice warm beanie, or like work gloves that aren't all like if your staff has like ripped up work gloves, like give them new work gloves, like a box of chalk for Tristan. She always appreciates it. I give it to her all the time, and I'm just going to put a bow on it.
That's right. Put a bow on it this time. I got to say, I like that turn of phrase. I believe that we should just have T-shirts printed for everybody that say frazzle bonded.
Doing it.
That's the new term. I'm there for it.
That's my gift to them. I did just get the staff. It was like chilly one day in September, and I was very hopeful it was going to be winter soon. So I ordered sweatshirts that are so cute in the coolest color. They're so cute. I think I've talked about them before. They say farmers markets don't just happen, which my daughter said is very passive aggressive. And I said, yeah, it is. She goes, oh my God, you're wearing a shirt like that. I said, yeah. People need to know. And then it has our big, beautiful logo on the back, and it's in this cool blue color. And so I handed them out to the staff, and then it got hot again. But now they're wearing them every day because it's chilly. And everybody wants one. All the vendors want one, but they were like kind of expensive to print. And I just gave them to the staff. And I feel like the staff just feels really special wearing it, that I thought about something like a style that they would like. I noticed what they wear, like what kind of sweatshirts they were wearing. And I was like, okay, they want to wear this like comfy sweater. So anyways, just something that, that would be cool for them to wear.
Yeah, I love it that you're kind of noticing their style and basing it on that. That's really smart.
Yeah.
If you're going to do something easy and that's just really gifty, think about supporting the local businesses that surround you.
Yeah.
And give your folks gift cards to restaurants or shops that are near the market. Because, they're there every week working, and that's another way to make sure that your neighboring businesses know that you appreciate them. Give your staff a gift card. They go out for happy hour after the market or something and become regulars, and everybody's happy together.
Oh, yeah, for sure. That's what we're talking about, what to do for your farmers and vendors as well. So usually we do like a grab bag bowl where we walk around the holidays and put like gift cards to surrounding businesses, like you said, like because a lot of our vendors, after the long market day, if they don't have to zoom back to their farm or, get ready for a market the next day, or they have a little time after the market, they hang around the neighborhood. They go grab a cup of coffee at the coffee shop, or, get a late lunch, or stick around the pub for a drink. And so giving them a little gift card supports the local business that's in the neighborhood and also gives a little gratitude token to your farmers and vendors.
Exactly.
So
that grab bowl thing is so fun.
Yeah.
Every year I've had such a good time carrying that around and letting people, we put everything in exactly the same little tiny envelope, so you don't know what you're getting. You have to just reach in and you pick what you're getting. And so sometimes it's just a little bit of market money so that you can buy a cookie from the neighbor next to you that sells baked goods. Sometimes it's a local gift card, as you said. There's usually a couple of envelopes that have like a nice chunk of cash in them. I think we usually have $100 bill in that bowl somewhere. And then some 20s and some 5s and things. Again, it's the thought, but it's fun because you're picking one out and it's a surprise. And then we always put one card in for a month's free rent. And that gets really exciting for people.
Oh, yes. That is like the thrill of a lifetime. And we're always like, I hope that our double booth hot food vendor doesn't get this.
Right.
His month's rent is so expensive.
Right.
But you know what? It's just, what does your budget allow for? If you have the budget to be able to gift those things, it's just something so fun. And again, it's the thought that you are thinking about them and showing them that you appreciate them.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
We try not to focus that entirely on Christmas since we have a lot of cultures represented, but because it just happens. I mean, Christmas in America is not just a Christian holiday. It's definitely a secular thing, too. Everything's closed. It's a holiday that everybody recognizes in one way or another. So we don't really focus it entirely on Christmas, but a lot of times we'll do the grab bag on that last Saturday before the actual holiday. And so people are grabbing them and they're excited, and we're sort of pumping them up and showing that we appreciate them showing up in the midst of a holiday season, because a lot of businesses close. You know, if it falls on Christmas Eve or whatever, they'll close down. We're open because our market's in the morning. So it's a fun time to do it right then.
Yeah, because it's usually, regardless, pretty stressful to have to maybe not go on a family trip and because you have to work. I mean, that is happening to me this year. My husband is taking our kids on like a little ski trip right after Christmas, but I am not going to miss this Saturday between Christmas and New Year's because I know that, my staff and my vendors are expected to show up and I'm going to be there. And so I'm just not
Good
going.
job, Captain.
I mean,
that's right. Stay with the ship.
That's how it goes. Do I also want a little alone time at home? Yes, it's going to be lovely. That's my gift.
There you go.
But yeah, I mean, just kind of appreciating and acknowledging, hey, it's the middle of the holiday season. This is nuts. We appreciate that you're here. Again, frazzle bonded.
Yeah, frazzle bonding. Frazzle bonding. I love it. Sometimes we've had a party around the holidays.
Yeah.
A vendor and farmer party. But I think at this point we've kind of decided that everybody's sort of overamped with other family obligations or, parties at their kids' school or what have you. And so the holidays aren't the best time for that. And so now we concentrate our vendor parties more in the springtime or the fall as we're switching seasons and people have a little bit more of a break.
Yeah, we usually do September because that's a good time for us. And I know we've talked about this on the podcast before. And also there's been a lot of discussion, or there was, I guess it's kind of turned now, but around September and October, markets are like, there's like a little dip. Feels a little slower. So that's a good time to have a vendor party because you're just kind of like, hey, like, don't worry, it's going to pick up again. Like, let's all celebrate. But this year, our team, I just didn't get it together and just had a lot of transition things going on. So we didn't do a party this fall, but we just talked about doing a party maybe in February, like the beginning of February. It's like a little Valentine's, vendor farmer party.
Right.
And
we love our farmers and vendors.
We love you so much. Like, be sweet and give out those honey bears again. But yeah, so just finding time to do that. So you don't have to do a celebration around the holidays. You can pick another time of year. You can certainly send out invitations around the holidays and tell people, hey, we have this party coming up. We can't wait to celebrate with you after all the dust has settled around the busy holiday season.
And I think that's good, too, because, again, you're taking it out of being attached to one holiday when we have so many cultures represented and so many different holidays that happen at different times of the year.
For sure. I mean, this might not even feel like a holiday season to some of your farmers and vendors. They're not really celebrating anything. And so it's nice just to kind of, throw a dart at the calendar and say, we'll just do it. We'll do it now. So
yeah, makes so much sense.
Yeah.
So if you're on the staff of maybe a large farm where there's a group of employees or of a market, do your colleagues give each other gifts?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know that I've seen that much of that. A little bit. I think we've had staffers that have brought in, homemade holiday cookies and things for everybody at the market. I've always thought when we have a big team that it might be fun to do sort of a Secret Santa thing. But again, we're busy with holiday events on top of markets during the holidays, and I've never organized that. Perhaps one of our staffers that likes to rally the team will do that. We got a couple of staffers that are real into that right now.
They are.
Yeah.
But I also need them to focus on the task at hand, which is getting these events done. So if you have someone that's good to organize that, or again, if you're part of like a city organization or you have a big volunteer team, I mean, your team might look different where you have a lot of folks that would be very interested in helping you, put something together for your team and do a little gift exchange or a celebration or something. So
maybe a volunteer would want to take that one over. And again, of course, just like paid staffers, you want to do something thoughtful for your volunteers this time of year. I mean, it could be nice to put together a little gift bag or basket that's got various market products in it, maybe a little bit of market money, unless they're already getting that as a perk for working. Again, gift cards from local businesses. Sometimes, if your budget is tight, you may find local businesses that really appreciate the increased traffic that the market brings to their area. We've had local businesses that offer us gift cards we've got a sort of a bougie custom popsicle shop in the neighborhood, and they like to give out cards to our team to come in and get a popsicle, or other little shops throughout the neighborhood, restaurants and bars that want to give them a little spiff.
Yeah, it's a great time to just have a little camaraderie with folks that you see all the time.
That's right. So say, hey, we're in this together.
That's right.
Because those restaurant and shop employees are also frazzle bonded along with the rest of us.
The title of this episode
That's right.
is Frazzle Bonded.
Ooh, perhaps so. So if you're a farmer or vendor, does your market manager expect a gift?
No.
Certainly not.
No, never. And I mean, our vendors are so sweet. Some of them give us such wonderful gifts around the holidays. And I mean, I really appreciate it and love it, of course. But I'm like, oh, no, I'm here to support you. But it is nice to get a little.
It is sweet.
Little token.
Yeah. We have some longtime vendors that have. Every year, they double check with me to make sure what's our staff's names, and they do a special little bag for each staff member. And we had a vendor that left a couple years ago, but she would be very careful about, as you said, watching what people wear. She sold clothing, and she would give everybody something in their favorite color. She always nailed it. I
just wore the most wonderful. Are you talking about Miriam? AF? Yes, she gave me this. This is a tangent, but she gave me it's like a cowl neck, like sleeveless, kind of short dress you wear with leggings. Anyways, I would never have picked it out. It's like my favorite thing.
Uh-huh.
So she's like, I know that this is going to look great on you. And it's like, this color looks great with your skin. I mean, it was just so wonderful. It wasn't random. Like, it felt like she put a lot of thought into it. And it was so nice.
Right.
And it has pockets, and it's a dream. It's so soft.
Perfect.
Anyways, she gave it to me like 5 or 6 years ago, and I love it so much. So it's nice when the vendors take a minute to think about that. Because, again, they're all really stressed out, too. So when you do get a gift from a vendor around the holiday season, it just feels that much more special because you know that they're busy and they still sat down and took time. Sometimes we just get like cards too, or just, like a basket of strawberries or something that's really simple. That's their own product that they give us. And it's meaningful. It's nice to be acknowledged.
It's very sweet.
We don't expect it, but it's lovely.
Yeah, it's always lovely. Some of our baked goods peoples bring us special cookies and muffins and pies and things.
Heck yes.
I got a pair of earrings last year from one of our vendors. One of them was, everybody knows I wear mismatched earrings. And so one of them was a very sweet gold earring in a pattern, and the other one was a gold earring that was stamped badass. I gotta say, it was the sweetest. I wear those all the time, especially if I'm going into a meeting where I need to bring that spirit.
Nice job, Rhonda. She got
Thank you, Rhonda. So what's on our personal wish lists and gift lists this year? Got any special? Oh, I guess we can't talk about special gifts because whoever they're going to could be listening, so we won't do that. We won't talk about what we're giving to other people other than, obviously, we shop our markets for holiday gifts.
Oh, all
the time.
Everyone on my list knows that they're getting a market gift. But it's wonderful. I mean, speaking of I don't know, I forget when this episode's coming out, but maybe our Christmas Village event will be over by then. But that is when I try to do a lot
of coming out Monday when you're in recovery, right after Christmas Village.
I will be dead asleep while you listen to this all day. But it's nice because we do a holiday event where we have a lot of our consistent market vendors that come, and then also vendors that aren't with us any other time of the year, but they just come in for this special tree lighting event that we do in Little Italy. And so I always look forward to kind of getting new stuff from them as gifts for folks. Shopping our vendors who put cool like holiday packs together with just their regular stuff that they sell at the market, but they package it up so nicely. So those make really great like teacher gifts. And
I mean, our food makers, food is always the right size. You cannot go wrong with a gift of food.
I'm telling you. I'm pushing this year, like everyone's complaining about the cost of groceries, which, depends on where you are and neither here nor there. But I feel like it's always nice to give someone something that's like a practical gift. It's like a hot sauce or like, a marinara sauce or a jar of pickles, because it's fun. And if it's nicely packaged, you get it at the market, it's not just like off the grocery store shelf. It's like probably in a beautiful package with cool branding. They might put it in a gift box for you with like some other flavors. So that can be a really cool gift, and it's practical because it's consumable.
Yeah. So. Yeah. People love that stuff. For each other, for things that we're putting on our letters to Santa from other people. Massage cards? What do you think?
Yeah. Oh, well, you know what?
What?
The staff got me a Groupon for a massage when the thing we don't speak of that happened.
We were having some recent challenges.
Having my recent challenges a couple months ago. And it was the sweetest thing because I felt like they were like, Bridget's stressed out. What can we get for her? It's like a cookie or massage is just all I needed. Right? And it was really sweet.
Oh, perfect.
And so that was wonderful. So I feel like, and, just being on your feet all the time and running around and feeling maybe a little extra stress, a massage.
Foot massage for
awesome.
one and all.
Oh, for sure.
Have you seen those things that you can do at home where you put the water in and it goes bubbly bubbly and it's good for your feet?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect.
I feel like that's a great gift for a market manager.
A foot bath. Let's do it.
Do it.
I have lots of massaging tools at my house because my husband and my son are obsessively obsessed with CrossFit. And if you know a CrossFitter in your life, we can commiserate about this, but they're always sore every day. Oh, I'm so sore, so sore. So we have like foam rollers. We have massage guns. You know where I got that massage gun? Is from our California Palms tent provider.
Oh.
Remember a couple of years ago, they gave us a massage gun.
What was that? It's just because they sell things to farmers market people and they know we all stand on our feet too long and we all need that? That's a funny thing. We sell tents, we sell reusable bags, and we sell massage guns.
No, he wasn't selling it. It was a gift for market managers.
Nice. Smart.
So,
very smart.
I was like, that was very well thought out. So that could be a good gift because I use that too. So yeah, something that you can kind of like a self-care thing for at home for sore muscles or, what else do market managers need?
Local farm-to-table restaurant gift cards.
For sure.
Mm-hmm. Got to go out and just have a little quiet time. Sit.
It's a theme.
Sit and think.
Are you telling me your Christmas wish list right now?
Kind of.
Okay. Tell me what you want, Mom.
I always want books.
Yeah, of course.
Always books. I've got a list out there somewhere of books. I'm always a sucker for cookbooks and food memoirs. Actually, I heard Oprah on the radio a couple days ago, and there's a new book out that I think is actually by Arthur Brooks, and she did either the foreword or maybe she contributed to it. I think it's called Build the Life You Want, which, that sounds good, right? We should all do that.
Let's do that.
But the reason I was so interested is because she was going on about one of the precepts in the books, which was that we should all focus more on connection than convenience. And if that doesn't sum up farmers markets, I don't know what does.
That is also going on a shirt.
Right?
I love this. Yeah, that's a wonderful book
to
get for anyone in the farmers market industry.
Anyone.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I have a book on my list called Just Write the Damn Book. That's obviously, I'll be getting that from a few people.
Everybody get Kat this book. So maybe she'll get the hint.
Right.
Just write it.
Write the damn book.
Yeah, so many things. You know what I want is one of those mugs that keeps your coffee warm. Because I just feel like in the morning, I bring bone broth in the morning when I'm doing setup now at the market in my coffee
that's
cup.
Smart.
Yeah, because I get starving. Because, you get there at 5 o'clock and then you can't get in the line to get your crepe until 8 o'clock. And so that's a long time. This is my problem at the market. Market manager problems.
Right? Market manager problems.
And it's so dark and cold. And so anyways, my bone broth got cold because you can't drink it very fast because you have to tell people what to do.
Don't most of those coffee travel mugs keep them warm or no?
No, it wasn't. It was a my little Yeti and it still wasn't. But there's an electric one that's has a warming agent in it. Anyways, that's on my list.
I will say we had a market manager for a while that quite heavily relied on electric socks.
Yes.
So, that could be a good gift.
Yes. If you have a market manager that runs cold, get those electric socks, those mittens. We're in San Diego, so I know it's December, but it just got cold here. And by cold, I mean
70.
It is 50 degrees, okay, when I'm setting up.
50
and
degrees.
That is freezing.
So cold.
I was freezing last week.
Oh, dear.
So think about the weather in your part of the country and what people's tolerance for different weathers is and what can you get them that will help them. If you have a market manager friend, put that on your list.
I think that's really smart.
Yeah.
What else? Anything else? I really am in the anti-cluttering stage of life.
Yeah.
So I'm really always looking for experiences rather than stuff.
Yeah.
So anything that you can do, I hate to harken back to those coupons our kids give us when they're little or the barrettes that parents give to their kids, but that say good for one-on-one lunch where we only talk to each other and we don't talk about business, something like that. Time is the toughest thing to find, but it's actually obviously the most wonderful and valuable gift.
Yeah, I definitely like the experiences over the stuff. I'm not a big stuff person.
Yeah, I'm trying to get away from the stuff.
Yeah, that's why I like the consumables.
That's right.
That's why I do like it.
It's a terrible thing to say since we run markets where people sell stuff, but largely the stuff that our markets sell is food.
Yeah, it's food, or the non-food is wearable or home decor, practical.
Yeah.
So something like that. But whatever's on your list, shop local.
Shop local, for sure. I like those handmade gifts.
Mm-hmm.
I made a big, fat, fluffy blanket. I mean, I am not known in this group or any group as having hand-eye coordination. That's not my superpower. So it was fairly incredible. But I actually did create a fuzzy yarn blanket. I mean, how proud are you?
Are you going to retire from the markets and then apply to have a booth at my market?
Yeah, I'm either
going
to sell fat fuzzy blankets or escargot. Stand by.
Oh boy. That's a combo booth.
That's right.
I don't know what section of the market to put you in. But.
I'm not sure either. Yeah, I'm going to farm those snails. All right, we digress. Anything else on your list that we should know about?
I honestly, speaking of being frazzled, I haven't really thought about my list, but now I'm going to think about it.
All right, I'll be working on that Frazzlebond sweatshirt for you.
Yeah, thank you.
Perfect.
Just acknowledgement, I think.
That's right.
My love language is just a thank you.
And you know what? That probably is everybody's. No matter what their big love language is, acknowledgement is huge. It truly is the thought that counts. Just let the people around you know you're thinking of them. Thanks for listening to Tent Talk today. And big thanks to Farmers Market Coalition for promoting the interests of market operators, small farmers, and consumers, and for supporting Tent Talk, the Farmers Market podcast. Click their logo on the resource page at farmersmarketpros.com to become a Farmers Market Coalition member. To meet some of the FMC team and more professionals offering valuable ways to support your market and make your job easier, reserve your seat today to meet us in the Resource Lounge at Intense, the Farmers Market Conference, March 4th through 6th, 2024 in San Diego. Hey, there's an idea for a holiday gift. How about tickets for your whole team? You can still save on early pre-order pricing when you click Register Now on the homepage at farmersmarketpros.com.
Thanks for listening to Tent Talk today. Please leave us a review on your podcast app or wherever you listen to Tent Talk. Let us and others know how you're enjoying the podcast. Be sure to subscribe so you don't miss the next episode of Tent Talk. Connect with fellow Farmers Market folks in our private Facebook group, the Farmers Market Pros Community. Follow us on Instagram at Farmers Market Pros and find online education and other resources on our website at farmersmarketpros.com. Tent Talk is brought to you by Farmers Market Pros, where passion meets profit. Tent Talk is produced by Leandra Hayes with original music by David Mead. Tune in next week for another great episode.